Long context can turn a responsive local model painfully slow. This test found a route back without changing the model. Qwen3.8, the 27 billion parameter IQ4 NL quant, was tested as a long context deployment problem. The target was a usable 256 token reply near the configured 98,304 token window. This video was inspired by a Reddit post from Stainless Bacon, who shared the optimizations that prompted this investigation. The sequence was a no-mmproj control, MTP speculative decoding, compressed key-value caches, hybrid tensor placement, and Engram mod. The model and quant stayed the same, making this a configuration story. The Ryzen 7 and RTX 4070 Ti Super ran the same harness and 256 token completion throughout. CUDA graphs, context size, and multimodal projector offload stayed fixed as controls. MTP looked good at shorter prompts, raising generation from 7.6 to 10.47 tokens per second at 72 inputs. At 77,418, it fell to 1.54, slower than non-MTP at 2.32. Compressed key-value caches provided a real but modest recovery, taking that result from 1.54 to 1.95 tokens per second. That still left a slow completion, while lower precision cache formats also carry a memory and potential quality trade-off this benchmark did not measure. The decisive measured transition was explicit hybrid tensor placement. This configuration retained MTP and compressed caches, requested all layers on the GPU, and overrode feed-forward tensors in blocks 0 through 40 to CPU. Loading, thread, and batch settings changed with it, so the evidence supports the tested hybrid bundle rather than a single flag causal claim. 66 of 66 layers reported on the GPU does not mean every tensor executes or resides there. The count is loader bookkeeping at layer level, while the command explicitly places those feed-forward tensors on CPU and keeps attention and recurrent tensors GPU resident. That split transformed the largest prompt. Generation rose from 1.54 tokens per second in the MTP baseline to 13.19 with hybrid placement, an 8.55 times improvement. It was also 5.7 times the non-MTP control. The requested completion fell from about 165 seconds of decoding to about 19 seconds. The curve changed shape too. MTP dropped from 10.47 tokens per second at the short prompt to 1.54 at the largest one. Hybrid placement stayed close to 13 tokens per second from 72 input tokens through 77,418. At the largest prompt, reported processing rose from 483.7 to 684 tokens per second. Some hybrid logs reused 42 cached tokens, so this is not a perfectly cold cache comparison. The memory readings make a useful point. Compressed cache MTP reported 10,626 megabytes of video memory, while hybrid placement reported 13,032. Lower reported memory was not the winning metric here, and one snapshot cannot identify the buffers or transfers behind the speed difference. Engram mod is a finishing tweak, not the hero. At the maximum prompt, it moved hybrid placement only from 13.19 to 13.25 tokens per second. It gained 17.5% at the separate 24,784 token prompt, but lost 4% at 17,372, making it workload dependent when useful context overlap exists. CPU resident feed-forward tensors make this hardware dependent, and these are results from one model quant, one system, one harness, and one observation per configuration. For this Qwen 3.8 deployment, the order is clear. MTP alone helped smaller prompts, but failed at extreme context. Compressed caches gave a modest lift, and the tested hybrid placement bundle recovered long context speed. Engram mod is worth testing on representative workloads after that foundation is in place, not enabling on faith. The answer to this long context slowdown was not a new model or a bigger graphics card. It was finding a placement bottleneck and changing how the work was divided, turning the largest tested prompt from a stall into a usable local workflow.